take it slow. Got that fire roar. Wheels of fury tear the track. Hear that engine soar. Lean back, shifting gears, push it to the core. Killer Kyle on my tail. Feel the tension roar. Ain't no rules in this game. Every breath I fight. Pound the pedal, scream for speed through the endless night.
In the city, lights and shining, wheels of fury, we're igniting. Feel.
Hey, me Matt here. This is Killer Kyle, and welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. And no, it's not quite WrestleMania,
Not yet.
but
We're getting there.
we have TNA Unbreakable on a Thursday.
Usually on NA's Instagram page, they will show the matches for, pay-per-view. Like, go over have the card listed. Not really listed, but like pictures of the matches of the card, who's wrestling and whatever and whatnot. And I noticed that it's going to be starting at 10. And I was thinking about it. It's like, well, yeah, Thursday's usually when Impact is.
Well, yeah.
And so, like, they're going to have, like, their regular episode of, like, it's probably maybe pre-taped. The episode, like, the episode of Impact. And then go right into Unbreakable, I guess. Maybe.
And I mean, we have WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver, so we could do the play-by-play at any time.
Yeah, exactly.
But it should be an interesting show. The card seems pretty cool, so nice.
So it's
wow.
taking place in Nevada, which is also where WrestleMania is taking place this year in Las Vegas, in their the big city, I guess you call Las Vegas. This is taking place in Paradise.
It seems like everywhere that WWE goes for WrestleMania, it seems like either AEW or TNA follow in the same state. Not exactly the same city or whatever, but yeah, the same state usually.
Yeah. And I've noticed too that there's been some, was it WrestleCon, or there's a wrestling show that would be same as WrestleMania. And then
In the city, lights and shining, wheels.
we have a couple semi-final matches for the International Championship that they're introducing. Because, like I said, it seems like they're doing away with the Digital Media Championship and, the whole thing with PCO and his tirade
Yeah.
at that GCW show and smashing the championship, and then you have Steph DeLander with the championship, and I went off on a whole tangent about that. Anywho, so to start things off, the first semifinal match, we have Eddie Edwards taking on Ace Austin and Steve Macklin.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good match.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, to pick a winner though, like,
Yeah. I mean,
if you have Ace Austin win, I feel like it's gonna be, oh, well, they just did that because of Chris Bay. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, Eddie Edwards seems like a good choice as well.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the system has had a lot of shit their way.
Yeah.
And, they've been doing very well. And I'll get to that point when I get to it, but Steve Macklin. I mean, I could see that too.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be an interesting match. But to pick a winner,
Yeah, it's like who benefit from win from this match, and then also like benefit from winning the championship itself.
I don't understand why they need another fucking title to begin with.
I think you could have said the same thing when they fucking introduced the Digital Media Championship.
Well, and that's what I don't know if I said that or not, but that is true.
Yeah.
Like, how many more titles do these companies need? Like, I remember the days when you go to WWF and it's like Intercontinental Champion, WWF Champion, Tag Team Champions, and then you go to WCW, it was like WCW Champion, US Champion, Television Champion, and Tag Team Champions, and that was pretty much it.
Man, Cruiserweight Championship.
Cruiserweight Champion, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's just too many fucking titles. And I love championships, but at the end of the day, like, what the hell, man?
I know.
I mean, I was excited for WrestleMania 17 because I was going to see a lot of championship matches, but then when you think about it, it's like, how many more titles do you need?
Yeah.
But
And
In the city, lights and shining, wheels.
match you have Zachary Wentz, JDC, and Eric Young.
again, this match is going to be actually something to look forward to. I mean, those three guys, definitely Eric Young is the veteran. You got Johnny Curtis,
Yeah.
who basically has been the best wrestler, whether he is at NXT or WWE or NWA or TNA.
Yeah.
Hey. So, I mean, there's that. And then Zachary Wentz. Like, there's a guy that, you look at one of the rascals in Wesley or Desmond Xavier,
Right.
going into NXT and really making a name for himself. And I'm not sure if he had a title in, like a singles title in TNA.
I don't think he's had a single title in TNA. Well, didn't he a couple months ago win the X Division Championship?
That is true, yes.
So, aside from the X Division Championship, well, that was the only singles title he has held so far.
I think Zachary Wentz would make a good champion. And then we'll see where that goes,
Yeah.
if that happens.
Yeah.
And, you know, so this is going to be a good match. These two matches, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Right.
I don't know what the title looks like, and I sure as hell hope it doesn't look like the one in AEW.
I don't see it looking like that. I hope it at least looks different.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, the winner, whoever wins those two matches will go on to face AJ Francis in the finals. We will talk about that when the time comes.
Yeah.
So next,
In the city, lights and shining, wheels.
six-man tag match, we have Mike Santana and the Hardys taking on Mustafa Ali and the Nemeth brothers.
Yeah. You know, it was only a matter of time before Nick Nemeth turned heel. I mean, in TNA.
I suppose.
And look, I think he's a good face, obviously. It was a new thing, and he did a great job at it, but it's just like WWE. His face run was mediocre, at best.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. I feel like Nick and Ryan finally together, even as a heel team,
Yeah.
and unfortunately not watching TNA as much as I should.
Right.
I still think that's going to be a good team.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, Ryan wasn't really a heel. Ryan was just the annoying little brother, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then when Nick turned, it's like, okay, what was the point of that? But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And this should be a good match for sure.
Yeah. And we go to another tag team match where this is a mixed tag.
In the city, lights and shining, wheels.
Henry and Masha Slamovich taking on Frankie Kazarian and Tessa Blanchard.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, obviously, another veteran, Frankie Kazarian.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be a good match because it's going to be interesting to see what Frankie and Tessa can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankie Kazarian, he's calling himself the King of TNA. And he's, still got the Call Your Shot trophy. And, with everything as of late that's been going on with Tessa and Masha, and I think they're going to be, well, I think they've got a bit of a rivalry going with Joe and Frankie. So.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We'll see. I'm sure that will lead into, I believe there's another pay-per-view coming up after WrestleMania for TNA.
Okay.
So that'll probably lead next month or whatever.
So, like, the TNA title will be on the line?
No.
Oh.
No.
Alright.
Yeah. And I mean, like, with Frankie already having the trophy, I don't see Frankie and Joe having a match.
Okay.
Unless they have a match for the title, Joe wins, and then Frankie's like, well, I had an immediate rematch with the Gauntlet trophy, and cashes it in or whatever. Like, we'll see where that goes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I guess.
Anyways, are you ready to geek out?
Fuck yeah, dude.
The last match. This rivalry has been going on for the better part of 2-3 months. They had a, what was it, street fight? Or a no disqualification match at Sacrifice. And then that didn't really seem to settle anything. And they've still been going at each other. There is a sit-down thing with Santino Marella and these two. That it went off the rails, and then there was a match between AJ Francis and these two guys, and yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
I'll get more into detail.
In the city, lights and shining, wheels.
Again, we're going to have Mance Warner take on the Death Machine, Sami Callihan, Barbed Wire Massacre.
I mean, you got someone like Sami Callihan. This guy has been through wars and TNA, and I mean, look, it's one of those things too where you go, okay, this guy didn't make it in NXT, he didn't make it really in MLW, but holy shit, like Monsters Ball, or like hardcore matches. It's like one of those things where, hell, even a match with Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah.
And this guy could do it all.
Oh, yeah.
And when you look at that guy's resume, and you look at the guy who goes, he can do any match, any style.
Yeah.
That is fucking amazing. I don't know a lot about Vance. I know we saw him at the pay-per-view last time.
Yes.
So, and again, not keeping up with TNA right now. But, I mean, this is going to be a good match. I think Vance won the last one.
I think, yeah, he won the last one. I watch it on YouTube that also does, like, live streams on, like, Twitch. And will react to, like, WWE pay-per-views and whatnot. And he's watched these compilation videos of, you know, different things and matches. And, you know, react, like, you know, try not to wince or look away, you know, that whole thing. And I've seen a couple of matches on there of Warners that were from GCW.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if that's where he got his start, but I do believe it seems like he wrestled in GCW for a little while. I don't know how long. But I was like, okay, Vance wrestling in GCW for whatever, 3 years, let's say, roughly. And then Sami Callihan's history with Combat Zone Wrestling.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
And he was just a kid.
Exactly. So, yeah, Vance and Callahan had that... I'm pretty sure it was I think it's a street fight at the last pay-per-view. And then there's a sit-down thing with Callahan and Warner, with Santino, and trying to get this whole thing settled or whatever. Staffed through a cup of coffee in Callahan's face and burned his retina in one eye, and then they had a match. It was one of the matches, well, it was one of the 3 triple threat matches to go into the finals. The International Championship was Callahan, Warner, and AJ Francis. Of course, the 2 of them beat the shit out of each other. AJ ended up getting the win. And at one point, Sammy stuck his thumb in fucking Warner's eye. And then, afterwards, Santino came up to him and was like, what the hell is going on? You can't have you guys keep doing this, and blah, 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 blah. And so Callahan was like, alright, you want to bring an end to this? Unbreakable. Warner, myself, Barbed Wire Massacre. And I brought this match up coincidentally when we talked about 2005 Unbreakable.
That's right, yeah.
And, they've had a few of these. They had Abyss take on Sabu, Abyss and Judas Macias. There's one with Callahan and was it Penta? Or Callahan and somebody, but they were like, oh, we can't show this on TV or whatever. They had to, they showed it on, I think it was TNA Plus or whatever, because it was too violent or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So they've had a few of these in TNA. Yeah, this is going to be, this is going to be wild.
I mean, I'm still going to pick Callahan.
Yeah, I got a feeling Callahan's more likely going to get the win on this one. Where this will go afterwards, who the fuck knows?
Because honestly, I have no fucking clue. A barbed wire steel cage, that's gonna be intense. It's gonna be bloody, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be the match of the year in TNA.
I got a feeling, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting match to see at least.
Hell yeah, and I mean, I don't know how long, because Callahan's not even 40 yet.
Right.
And it's like, Well, you could say the same thing about Mox. How
Yeah.
long do you think their bodies are going to take that?
Yeah, exactly. They'll keep going as long as they want to, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So this has been another episode of Wheels of Fury. It's not going to be a long show.
No.
So, I mean, yeah, and I think when we did the last, 20 years ago for Unbreakable, that seemed to be a regular TNA show. So, who knows? Like, I mean, this time it's going to be after an episode, so.
I have a feeling, yeah.
But that should be a good show at least, and I am looking forward, obviously, to the barbed wire match.
Yes, sir.
So, WrestleMania, baby!
Yes, sir.
So, we'll talk about that. Of course, Stand and Deliver, which so far has 2 matches.
Yeah, well, tonight is the go-home show,
Oh yeah, that's right.
so I would imagine they're gonna finalize the card tonight,
Yeah, that'll be fun.
right?
But, anyways, so, until next time, I mean Matt, Killer Kyle, and, yeah, there it is.
You got the Wheels of Fury heavyweight title, and, well, for the first time in quite a while, the Wheels of Fury tag team title,
Right.
tag team championship. Whenever we've gotten together at match to do a projection video of some kind, either on a Friday or when we've had to do one early, I've forgotten to take this with me, and I need, one of the strap things, strap came off, and so I just kind of left it, but it's like, you know what, why not for this one? Busted out, I have said I do need to fix, put more tape on it, I guess, or take the tape that's already on off and add more, whatever. Anywho,
So, deuces.
later.
The wheels of fury, they spin, they roar. Never halting. The end's now calling.